In life, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And LinkedIn is the exact same. The people with a valuable audience and network make more money, get more opportunities, and spend almost no time looking for clients or a new job because people come to them. The right people knowing you makes your life way easier. Every single big win I've had in my career, whether it's been speaking on stages, getting new clients, or finding new collaborations, it all came from having the leverage of a valuable audience and network. And the best thing about LinkedIn is you can build a valuable network and audience without even having to go outside. And if you aren't social, you don't even need to talk to people. If you know how to grow an audience on the platform, which is what I'm going to teach you today. This is a guide on how to get your first 1,000 followers on LinkedIn, and not just any random people. These are the people you want to be connected with that can give you what you want. Whether it's new clients, a new job, whatever it is you're looking for on LinkedIn, we're going to help bring the right people to you. Let's get into it. Before we can get your first 1,000 followers, we need to build off of a good foundation. You wouldn't build your dream home on quicksand, so don't do that on LinkedIn. A lot of people skip past the most important stuff and they wonder why they get no results. The foundation for all LinkedIn success is an optimized profile, completely focused on exactly what you're optimizing towards. It needs to speak to your ideal people and create connections without you having to do any more work, allowing your profile to work for you 24/7. Here are 5 steps to optimize your profile. Get a great profile picture, have a clear headline using a proven formula, which goes like this: your role plus industry, plus the impact that you bring, plus a bit of personality or spice. I just created a full tutorial on how to make a perfect LinkedIn headline. I linked it in the card above if you want access to it. Step 3 is to have a great banner. They should speak to your ideal people right away. It's the biggest piece of real estate on your profile, so take full advantage and speak directly to the people who can help you the most. Step 4 is to have your previous experiences outlined in a results-oriented story format, so people should be able to see and feel what you accomplished, so they know exactly the value that you can bring to them. And 5, make sure to add any relevant skills for the people you're trying to attract. Most people skip past this stuff, and it's such a massive mistake because everything we're going to do throughout this video, it's going to drive people to your profile. And if it's not optimized, you just won't convert the way that you could, meaning you're gonna have to put in way more work for less results. So spend the time in here and do it correctly. We also have a full video on how to optimize your profile. If you want more help doing that, I've linked it in the card above as well as the description box down below. Now that we have our profile optimized, it's time to get some connections and followers. And for step number 2, you don't wanna be posting content because you could post content until you're blue in the face. If you don't have people to engage with it, it's not gonna get pushed to new people, just wasting your time. So what you wanna focus on instead in the beginning is strategic engagement, because anybody, even if you have no followers whatsoever, you can use your time and engagement on the platform to build a valuable network and audience. And here's the 4-step blueprint to use strategic engagement to grow your profile. First, go connect with everybody that you know and that you've worked with in the past to build your initial connection base. Second, get some endorsements. Once you have some people that you know, get them to endorse the skills that you have on your profile to prove that you actually can do the things that you say you can. Step 3 is where things get a lot more strategic, but it's where you're gonna have the most impact for your time. Create lists of the kind of people that you want to be reaching out to and connecting with for your different goals on LinkedIn. So if you're looking to build a network, you want to connect with peers, hiring managers, potential clients, potential collaborators, as well as influencers who already have the audience that you're trying to attract. These are the different kinds of people that you'd want to be reaching out to or interacting on their content because the right people are seeing their stuff. So if you show up on their content, you can get in front of those people too. So here's an example of how you can engage strategically to achieve your different goals on LinkedIn. If you're trying to get a job, you'd want to make a list of hiring managers and interact with their content on a consistent basis so they know who you are, they know that you have value, and they know that you are smart and it makes sense to pay attention to you or to give you a job. The same is true if you're looking for clients. And if you're looking to build an audience, you want to go spend time in the communities that have already been built that have the audience you're trying to attract. So if you know there's one creator that has a massive audience and it's mostly the people you're trying to get in front of, it makes a ton of sense to consistently be in the comment section of that person's content, providing value, getting people over to your profile. And if it's optimized, like we talked about before, they're going to come and see that you are valuable as well, making it more likely they follow you and give you the opportunities that you want. So I'm going to show you how you can do this using Supergrow. So go into the engagement section and then create lists depending on what you are trying to do. So for the example of this video, I created this list right here. This is a list of 20 niche creators that have the audience that I'm trying to attract. And so now I can easily go in and interact with their latest content to show that I have value to provide so that I get seen by the people who are interacting with Dan Koh's content, for example. And if you consistently do this, people are going to come and visit your profile. It's also a very good idea to interact with the community of other creators, especially really big creators. They don't have the time to respond to every comment or really go in depth. But if you have that time, it's a great way to go in and build authority quickly with your target audience. So you can come into here, and if I want to add a comment, I can write it out manually and then click post, and it'll go directly to the post over on LinkedIn. Or if I want to spend even less time, I can use AI writing tools that are built specific for LinkedIn to write better comments. So I can click this right here, and then I can customize my comment. It's going to be specific to the post itself. I can set the tone, I can set the comment type, and I can also add specific instructions. Once I'm done, I can click generate comments, and it's going to give me multiple different options. If I like any of these, I can just click this. If I want to see more comments, I can click this, or I can click edit and retry if I want to change the settings. So let's say I like this, I'll click it. It's now going to be right here. If I want to post this and make it live, all I have to do is click post comment. And you can also select if you want to like the post or not. It's a really good idea if you're doing this to show up authentically and to be real. So by liking the post, it makes it far more likely that you're actually a real person and you're not using software. And I also recommend to take this a step further is to use the AI writing tools, but also add your own unique flavor, add additional value. Do this to get the creative juices flowing and to save you a bunch of time, but take it over the top by adding your own unique spin on it. And you can also train the writing tools within SuperGrow to sound a lot more like you. But this is what you want to be doing with your engagement every single day, depending on your unique goals. So if it's to grow an audience, this is a great way to do it. If you're looking to get a job, you want to build out a list of hiring managers and make sure you're consistently interacting with the profiles and people that can help bring you the most result on LinkedIn. Again, if it's hiring managers, build out that list and consistently be in their content so that you remain top of mind. If any opportunities come up, you become an obvious choice. And since we've optimized your profile already, they're eventually going to come and visit your profile. They're going to consume some of your content, and it's going to help you down the road. So build out lists either here on SuperGrow, which you can try out for free, or use something like a Google Sheet, have their name, a link to their profile, and why you're interacting with their content, and interact every single day or as often as they're posting. And this is just a tool to make it far easier in way less time that you can try out for free. Link below. And step 4 is to leverage existing audiences. So I did mention that in the previous point, to go into people who already have the audience that you're trying to build and be a consistent point of value in those comment sections. It's not to connect with the actual influencer. It's to connect with the people that already follow them. So you can go in and reply to questions. You can go in and add value. You can really show that you are an authority figure as well as that person. And that's going to drive people to your profile. So if you optimized it like we talked about in step 1, you can convert a lot of those people. And even for businesses that already exist, there may be people with huge audiences that do exactly what you do, but they can't service everybody. So there's a ton of value in going into these audiences that are already established and giving that more personal touch to start to build your network, your follower base, and your customer bases, or build a connection to get jobs. Whatever it is you're looking to do, if you know the people you're trying to reach are already in the audience of a specific creator, it makes a ton of sense to engage and interact with people that are already interacting with that content. You know it's the people you want to reach. So why not take advantage of the audience the creator has already built? After you've done this for even just a few days, you now will have some sort of following and connection base, meaning you can start to create content and there's actually people to listen to it and engage with it. You won't be that guy posting 40 times a day to no one, wondering why he's not growing. You finally have some people to interact with your content if it is good, which means it will get pushed to more people. The benefit to what we've already done to this point is we've built a concentrated audience of the people that we know can help us achieve our goals. And so if they interact with our content, LinkedIn is going to push us to more similar people, only helping you even more. That's why the strategic engagement piece was so important and why we did it first. But when it comes to creating content effectively, most people just have it completely wrong and they post out the same generic garbage that everyone else is posting and wonder why they're not getting results. And if you're doing that, your content is really just wasting your time and it's not giving you the leverage that good content that reaches new people can bring you. So to get more out of content, you have to figure out what you want from content in the first place. And any good content strategy achieves 3 things. It gets people to know who you are, so you can reach the largest amount of people possible. It gets people to like you, and it gets people to trust you to ultimately buy from you or give you opportunities that you're looking for. So know is top of funnel, large audience. You achieve like through sharing personal stories, and expertise, allowing people to know what it would be like to work with you. And you build trust by sharing stories that show that you have the attributes that people are looking for in the roles that you want to fill. If you want new customers, if you want new clients, or you want a new job, you want to show with your content that you have the skills that these people are looking for. And this should be a mix of video content, written content, as well as carousels. And the percentages should break down like this. Post 80% of your content for growth, the top of funnel stuff, achieving the no factor. This should be viral topics focused on the core people you're trying to attract. Think about their dreams, their fears, their deepest desires, their internal monologue, and create content around the subjects that the most amount of people that you're trying to attract are thinking about. Pick 3 to 5 content pillars and really become known for those kind of topics. topics and build authority and credibility by doing that consistently. Some examples of content pillars for me as a marketing agency owner would look like this. The first one could be organic content strategy, because I know that anyone that could become a client of mine is concerned with growing organically, and I do that. So it makes a ton of sense to give the best tips that I can to show people I know what I'm talking about and bring in targeted people. But it's still a very wide net, which is very important for this no level of content. Entrepreneurial mindset is another content pillar of mine. Most of my clients are entrepreneurs, so showing that I get their struggle is going to make it a lot more likely that they enjoy my content, and also to attract even more entrepreneurs, the ones that I already have following me, interact with my content. And then third could be personal development. Everybody on LinkedIn is concerned with personal development. It's a professional driven platform, so it's another easy example of a content pillar that I can go back to again and again, and it's proven to be successful because there's just so many people that are concerned with that on this platform. So pick proven topics that you know your people interact with, and very important for the top level of your content, make sure there's a ton of people that could potentially be interested in the content. And the example that I already gave is a good one. Talking about how to grow your audience organically could potentially reach millions of people because almost everybody on the platform wants that and knows that there's value there. Whereas talking about something super niche and specific that has a very small potential audience size just won't achieve the results we're looking for with this top level of content. So keep it broad and make sure there's a lot of people that could potentially be interested. Next, we want to build like and trust, and this should be 20% of your content that you're posting. We want to continuously grow the audience by these viral topics. We want to go more niche with the other 20% of your content to build that like and trust factor, because although having an audience is a great point of leverage, it's the like and trust content that will never go viral that will actually drive the results in terms of your income, job opportunities, or clients. The other stuff will bring people to your profile, but this will be what the core people really consume and how they get to know you before they've actually met you or had a call with you. These really serve as a tool to check the boxes that your core people are looking for when making a decision to hire someone like you or work with someone like you. You make yourself a no-brainer by posting content like this, and it's never going to go viral, but that's actually the point. It's not for everybody. It's for who can help you the most. Let's use the example of you looking for a job. You want to post content within this section of your content strategy that shows that you have the intangibles, the skill set, and that you're reliable. You want to check all the boxes that the hiring manager has to make you the obvious choice. It also decreases the risk or perceived risk that somebody would have with working with you or hiring you. And this can be stories from your current job, your previous job, or any sort of side projects that you have. Think about what a hiring manager is looking for, and then what stories can you share that shows that you have everything they're looking for. If you do that, you will get so many more opportunities. And if you're complaining about not getting a job right now, it's because you're not doing these things. It's never been more competitive out there. So all the opportunities are going to the people who have built leverage for themselves by going above and beyond, building an audience and sharing their stories, proving that they are a safe bet. And for how often you should be posting, if you're serious about growing on LinkedIn, you should be posting daily and a good mix of all the different kinds of content that I already talked about in terms of written content, carousels, as well as videos. Honestly, the more the better. I recommend posting multiple times per day, but space out your posts to maximize potential reach. Now on to step 4 of getting your first 1,000 followers. Every single person who doesn't succeed on LinkedIn, it's because they're not doing the right things, which that won't be you anymore because you know what to do, or they don't stick with it long enough. They aren't patient and they aren't consistent. To be consistent, you need to create a routine that is easy for you to stick to and leverage tools to make sticking to it really easy. And we here at Supergrow have built an entire library of tools to make everything that you want to do on LinkedIn to get the results that you want as easy as possible, so that you can leverage AI to get higher quality outputs for comments, content, and everything you can think of for doing on LinkedIn, and do so with way less time at a way higher quality. If you're curious about Supergrow and you want to see all the different features that we have, check out this full walkthrough I just linked in the card above. But here's an example of a daily routine that you could do that would definitely get results, and it would take you less than an hour a day. Spend 20 minutes coming up with ideas to make sure you're picking the best possible topics to cover. I made a full video on this exact topic. If you want it, it's in the card above, but you can also just use Supergrow's idea generation tool. You can go into the tool, type in a keyword, and we'll give you a ton of topics that are also proven and backed by data to be of interest, and topics that are performing currently on the platform. After you've come up with the best ideas, spend 20 minutes creating content, whether that's writing, you can use Supergrow to help you with that as well, or filming, or creating a carousel, which we also have a built-in carousel creator within Supergrow too. And you can try Supergrow out completely free with no credit card required for 7 days by using the link down below. Then after creating, spend 10 minutes of strategic engagement every single day. Go to the lists that you've created within Supergrow or within your Google Sheet and make sure to interact with the content of the people who can drive the most impact for you. Be real, be authentic, and be valuable. If you do this consistently, you will eventually break through and you will build real relationships. The most important thing to remember here is most people are incredibly spammy on LinkedIn. So a lot of people on there are just numb to everything. So you have to show up consistently enough times to prove that you're not a bot and that you're actually valuable to have in their network or as a connection or to even follow you. And then the last step in a perfect routine is studying your analytics. So if you are posting content, go and study and see what is working and performing for you. We also have easy to use analytics tools built into Supergrow as well. So for all this to work most effectively, think about why you're on LinkedIn in the first place. You want to grow your dream business or get that dream job. Whatever it is, this is what it takes to get that. All the people complaining about how hard the job market is or how hard it is to grow a business, it's because they're not doing the things they have to do to get the things that they want. It's never been more competitive out there, and this is the reality of the situation. You either adapt to things and be one of the people who wins, or you keep complaining and do the exact same things while things stay the same or even get worse. The choice is yours. But for those that want to win, this channel is for you. I post weekly free content to help you grow on LinkedIn and achieve your goals way faster. And I know that a lot of people get stuck on optimizing their profile, so I have a complete video and guide to help you do that effectively. It's linked right here. Go ahead and click this. I'll see you over there.